Hello everyone and welcome back to a new round of the Daily Gaming News on the new Byte. My name is Celeste and let's just jump right into it. First bit of news is that Dr. Mario World, a new mobile game title from Nintendo, will release on Android and iOS on July 10th. If you want to see the full gist of it, here on the Game Informer article that I will link, there's also a full explanation video down there in like 3.5 minutes, and it's actually quite interesting to look at it. I mean, and it's Dr. Mario, you have to kill all these bacteria with the set amount of moves that you have, and there are also other things happening that are just typical to the mobile gaming market. Like there's different levels that you can go through here, of course, but what's halfway more interesting is, oh my god, so many microtransactions again, which I'm not much a fan of, but well, that's just my thing. Of course, the game will be free to start and you can spend money on later in it, as you can see here, but yeah, we'll all see ourselves within a few weeks if it will actually be worth our time on July 10th. Then another bit of news, in case you missed it maybe, a few weeks ago, last month actually, on Twitch, on the Artifact, that card game by Valve directory on Twitch was actually used for trolling, and some people at least, were streaming very nasty stuff on there. And well, Twitch is now actually using lawful force, as we could say, because they are actually suing the people that have been streaming on there. Late last week, Twitch filed a legal complaint via Bloomberg against the anonymous trolls behind the Great Artifact porn explosion of 2019, whom the complaint refers to as John and Jane Doe's 1 to 100. The suit targets these people who Twitch hopes to identify at a later date, specifically for streaming content that included hardcore pornography, racist and misogynistic videos, copyrighted movies and television shows, and videos depicting violence, including videos of the March 2019. Bloody hell, they've been really nasty there. The trolls did this, says Twitch, by coordinating their efforts on platforms like Discord and using bots to evade takedowns. So yeah, interesting to see how that turns around. Let's see what will happen this time. And in Cyberpunk 2077 news, we see yet again, just like last year, that the E3 demo that was shown behind closed doors will also be made available for the public again after Gamescom. Actually, on August 20th to 24th, there will be yet again another live stream where CD Projekt Red will actually show that new part of gameplay. We did see, of course, a trailer at E3 this year, but yet again, more gameplay was shown just like last year behind closed doors, and it took actually a little while after Gamescom, a week I think, that this gameplay was actually shown to the public then. Also another bit of news, because I think they're really cool, there's an article that I linked down below to these Cyberpunk posters, which are quite interesting in design and really just nice to look at, I think. All of these things are of course linked in the description down below. And then, actually for June 19th, Chunsoft, who are the publishers for games like the Danganronpa series, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and Fire Pro Wrestling, will have a live stream happening this Wednesday, 6 PM PT and 9 PM ET. What it will be about, we don't know yet. They just say, we've got some exciting news to share next week. Tune in our live stream on Wednesday, 19th in June at 6 PM PDT to learn more. Alright, maybe this will be a cool new game that we can talk about, and definitely we will cover it on Thursday's news show. And if you want to see something else was really cool, Polygon actually interviewed Alexey Pajitnov, the creator of the Tetris game, for the 35th birthday of that game. Also on Reddit, a user figured out how Celeste's stamina system works. You know, Celeste, that little jump and run game, basically the platformer, which is really difficult, but also really a nice game and story alongside with that. Well, Super Mario 24 who dug through player source code on GitHub and discovered a value system for each platforming action in Celeste. If you want to read the full gist of it, of course, check out the story below. And of course, also we have new things that are coming around for Doom Eternal, just like a report on Heaven, how that will work, and of course invasions, which are like Dark Souls, where other players can invade another player's session and take them down to stop their progress, for example. That is of course meant only for the real masterful players and is an opt-in activity. Another cool thing that I also want to share around, that Project Z name that we had seen at the beginning of the year is now renamed at E3 to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Of course, that Saiyan name that Goku received by his parents, actually. As you can see, this is an actually very lengthy and interesting, of course, take on what the interviewer seems for in the game. I can't wait myself to play the game very soon. Well, just a few months to go, and hopefully have a good time until we get there. In release news, just one thing that's really interesting that piqued my interest so far. Citizens of Space, the sequel of Citizens of Earth, launches tomorrow on PlayStation 4 on June 19th as well. Maybe we'll have a look into it. It's an RPG game where actually the NPCs are the heroes. At least the story is written like that. And I gotta say, yeah, the idea is not bad. And even the characters and the design overall looks very interesting and very fun. So maybe check it out tomorrow. And that's it for the Game News. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day and see you soon.